Richard Jacobs, Speakeasy Marketing again here. Last video ended a bit prematurely. This is part 2 of why reviews, testimonials, and case studies are critical to you succeeding as an attorney. Now, I get asked the question, what makes a good review, a testimonial, and what is a case study? So here's what a case study looks like. All right? Had a client that was accused of possessing 20 pounds of marijuana, and because of the way the search and seizure was done, we were able to get the marijuana excluded from the case, and the charges were dropped. The client was, the case was dismissed, the charges were dropped. That's a case study. So a basic case study gives an outline of the problem, doesn't say who the person is, it doesn't just say the result, but it says what you did legally to get them out of trouble or to get them a better result, and what the end result was. So another case study could be husband and wife were divorcing. Wife demanded sole custody of the children. Because of this, that, and the other, in this hearing, we were able to get joint custody whereby the husband had 3 days a week and the wife had 4 days a week. And the client was happy. That's a case study. Okay. Case studies can be totally anonymous. You don't have to say the gender of the person. You don't have to say any of that. Yes, some of the facts of the case will be involved, and you could always change those to make it truly, truly, truly anonymous, but you're able to still showcase a positive result you got for somebody. And yes, different state bar organizations may have rules about this, so check with your state bar to make sure you're compliant. But case studies really help. The reason they help is that you can showcase what you've done for people specifically to help them in their case. And when other people see this, they could say, that person's case was similar to what I'm facing, and the attorney was able to get a good result. Maybe they can do the same for me. Again, it's not a guarantee, but it's a showcasing of your ability. So within a practice area, you want to develop a number of case studies that highlight the different types of cases you'll get. So let's say you're a divorce attorney, right, family law. You want to have a case study with children, without children, one with a long-term marriage where there's a lot of assets and maybe a business to sell off, one with a very short-term marriage. If you're a DUI lawyer, for instance, you want to have one with a very high BAC level. You want to have one where the breath test was refused. You want to have one where field sobriety tests were excluded. You want to have one where there was an accident involved. All these different flavors of cases, and that'll really let people know your experience and flesh out who you are and what you can possibly do. Again, not guaranteed, but possibly do. You can always make the disclaimer, every case is different, because every case is different, but these are some case results that have happened. All right, a testimonial is a little bit different. Testimonial is from the person you actually helped. And a lot of people are afraid of testimonials because they say, my client was accused of domestic violence. They're not going to give me a testimonial. Not true. There's different ways you can put a testimonial. So the weakest way is to just have the person say, the law firm of ABC did a great job and I recommend them, and just have initials, or have not even initials, but just say a domestic violence client. Okay, that's the weakest way. Strengthen that up a little bit by putting maybe person's first name and last initial. Yes, you got to get their permission, but for most practice areas, people will do that. If your name is John or your name is Mike, and the testimonial is generic enough, no one's going to know who you are. If you're Mike S. or John P., no one's going to know that. Then there's the facts of the testimonial themselves. Now, with the testimonial, you want one that's more specific because it's more powerful. So again, if you have a testimonial that says, the law firm of ABC Law helped me and they did a great job, it doesn't say much. If you have another testimonial that says, I got into an altercation with my wife and I struck her and the police came and they arrested me and I was afraid I'd never see my kids again, and John Smith, the attorney, was able to do this and that and get me back into the house within a month, and now our lives have turned around and things are so much better. Thank you so much for all your time and effort and attention to my case, and and believing in me and all that. That's a much more powerful testimonial. Yes, it's harder to get, but the person's not going to get mad at you for asking. And ask them for a testimonial. Ask all your past clients for them if you feel like they've done good service, and try to get specifics out of them. If they don't want to do it, no problem. They don't have to do it. You don't have to force them. you shouldn't feel bad by asking. You want to tell them, my business runs on reviews from happy clients like you. If you wouldn't mind, please, let's get a review done right now. It'll really help my business. I want to help other people just like I helped you. Please give a breakdown of your situation and give me a review, give me a testimonial. So those are the two flavors of things you can have. Very, very powerful to have them. The more, the better. They can go many, many places. They can go on your website. They can go into a direct mail piece. They can be spoken of by your admin or secretary when they answer the phone. They can be put into a book that you author. They can go everywhere, even on a business card. Very, very powerful. And as I gave you in the previous video of the restaurant example, or if you think about your own behavior, when you look at two vendors or two things you're deciding, and one has a lot of reviews, one has none, or one has a lot of positive ones, one has a lot of negative ones, which one do you choose? Last thing I'll leave you with is think of Amazon. Probably a lot of you guys shop on Amazon. What do you buy and why? And don't you find the reviews very helpful, very revealing? I personally look at the top reviews and I look at the worst reviews because they'll reveal to me hidden aspects of the vendor or the product or the thing I'm thinking of spending money on to tell me what I will encounter when I work with it or when I use it. So I hope this is helpful to you. Get those reviews, get those case studies, and improve your practice. If you want to speak to us about any of this type of work for your firm, go to speakeasymarketinginc.com or call 888-225-8594. Take care.